Okay, so today we're learning how to multiply radicals. And these are the steps. When you're multiplying radicals, and remember, when I say radical, I mean this symbol. That's a radical. Only the root must be the same. So when I say the root, I'm talking about this number right here. So if this is a 5, this needs to be a 5. If the roots are the same, then you can multiply them together. Okay? And then you're going to multiply the coefficients together. The coefficient is the number in the very front. You'll multiply those together. And then the radicands together. That's what's on the inside. You'll multiply them together. And then we'll simplify if needed. So guys, problem A, do they have the same root? Yep, they're both blank. That means they're both root 2. So we're just going to multiply them together. It's 35. This one, do they have the same root? As long as they have the same root, we can multiply them. So 3 times 10 is 30, and then x, y, you just multiply them together. Letter C, they both have the same root. That means we can multiply them together. 3 times 5 is 15. Y times y is y squared. So guys, let's simplify this one. Oh, can we actually? Can we simplify this? No, we can't, because it's group 3 and you only have 2 y's here. Okay, so we can't simplify that one. Let's move on to D. 3 times 4 is 12. That will go on the outside. On the inside, we have 2 and an x make it x squared. And this is root 3. Okay, let's do the next examples. Okay. So here, 10 times 20 is 200, and we can simplify this. Well, I know 10 times 20 is 200. This can be 2 times 5. This can be 2 times 10. This can be 2 times 5. So we just broke these down. And what kind of groups do I want? Yep, groups of 2. So here's 3 2s there and then 2 5s. Whenever it's blank, that means we want groups of 2. So here's a group of 2, cross it out, it goes outside. Here's another group of 2, cross it out, it goes outside. So your answer is 10 on the outside and a 2 on the inside. That's how it would look simplified. Okay, letter B. We multiply the outside. So -2 times 2 is a -4. And on the inside, what's 6 times 15? Oh, did anyone get it? 90? Thank you, Jada. And then x squared. Okay, so let's simplify this. I want groups of 2. So I know 9 times 10 is 90. This can be 3 times 3. 10 can be broken down into 2 and 5. So I want groups of 2. So this would be 3 times 3 times 2 times 5. How many x's do I have? 2. So write 2 x's there. And we want groups of 2. So here's a group. I'm going to put it outside. And guys, let's not forget this -4 that's already on the outside. Let's just bring that down so we don't forget, okay? There's already a -4 out there. And then here's another pair. Cross it out, put it outside. So what I have now is -12, because I multiplied these together, x, and on the inside, 2 times 5 is 10. So this is your simplified answer. All right, last one. The roots are the same, so we can multiply the insides. 9 times 6 is 54. I have p squared times another p. How many p's is that total? Good, cubed. There's 3 of them. Q squared times another q squared. That's q to the 4. And we want groups of 3. Okay, so let's simplify this. Can y'all give me two numbers that give me 54? Good, 9 and 6. And then this can be 3 times 3. 6 can be broken down into 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm going to have 3 times 3 times 3 times 2. How many P's? 3 P's? 4 Q's. Uh-oh. 4 Q's. Okay. And we want groups of 3. Okay, so let's find our groups of 3. Here's a group of 3, cross it out, put it outside. Here's a group of 3, cross it out, it goes outside. And then here's the final group of 3, cross it out, put it outside. So on the outside, I have 3PQ. Draw my little root, my cubed root. And on the inside, I have a 2 left over and a Q left over. So this is my final answer. All right, last set. Last set. We're going to distribute now. This is like foiling. So this first example, we're going to distribute this. We're still multiplying. So there's a 2 on the outside. You can picture a 1 on the outside if you want to. 1 times 2 is 2. And then you multiply the radicand. The 5 times the 10 is 50. So that's the first one multiplied. Now let's do the second one. We can still imagine a 1 here. So let's distribute. This times this 4. So minus 1 times 4 is 4, and just bring that square root over. So this is what we have. Okay, now let's simplify and see if we can combine these. We're going to have to do what we did yesterday, which is adding and subtracting these. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify this. 2 numbers that can give me 50, 5 and 10. This can be 5 times 2. And I want groups of 2, correct? Okay. So this will be, I have a 2 already on the outside. 5 times 5 times 2. Here's a group of 5s. So this is 10 square root of 2 minus 4 square root of 5. Can I combine these? No, because the insides aren't the same. So just leave it like that. Okay, this one's a little longer. Okay, so we're foiling, guys. We do the first ones together. So this is going to be negative 2 square root. What is 3 times 5? 15. So that is the first one. Now let's do the next one. The square root of 3 times this last one here. So it'll be a negative. Yep, I heard someone say it, 6x. Because 3 times 2x is 6x. Okay, let's do the next number. Now I'm going to work with the second number here. Multiply this by the first thing in the next parentheses. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. And let's see what goes under the square root. I have a 2x times a 5. That's 10x. Final thing to multiply. I'm now going to do this one times the last one. So this is a positive 5 and a negative, you can imagine a 1 there. So 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. And under the square root symbol, we have 2x times 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. Okay. So can I combine any of these? No? Okay. Well, let's look at this real quick. I can simplify this. What's 4 times, what can give me 4? 2 and 2, and then I have 2 x's, right? So we can write this as this. That goes outside, so I can put a 2 on the outside. This goes outside. So I don't really need this. So let me write what we have. Let me write what we have. 5 times 2 is 10, so this will become a 10x. Okay, so let me show you what we had originally. Originally, we had a 5 on the outside, a -5 on the outside, and we had 4x squared. Well, the square root of 4 is just 2. That cancels. We just have -5 times 2x. So we have -10x. And that's your whole answer. Just box it. We can't combine any of these because all the radicands are different. So we can't combine anything. Just keep it all separate. Okay, letter F. I'm going to do it down here. 3 times -5 is -15. And then 2 times 8 is 16. X cubed times x squared is x to the 5th. Y times y cubed, is y 4th. Uh-oh. Okay, y 4th. Y times 3 more y's is y to the 4th. Okay, now we simplify. I want groups of 2. So this can be 4 times 4. I can just stop there because I already have a group of 2. And then I'm going to have 5 x's. So x, 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 and 4 y's. Okay, so this is what I look like now. Don't forget to bring down this -15. Okay, I want groups of 2. So here's a group of 2, cross it out. I'm going to put it outside. Here's a group of 2, cross it out, goes outside. Here's a group of 2. Here's a group of 2. Here's a group of 2. Okay, I'm only left with the x on the inside. So 4 times -15, what is that? -60, thank you. I have 2 x's on the outside, so that's x squared. I have 2 y's on the outside, so that's y squared. And on the inside, I have a single x left over. So that is your answer.